The pace car pulls it off. The field is ready. Are you fans in the stands ready to go? Hopefully you folks back at home are as well. Green flag is in the air. Doss leads us into turn number 1.
Side by side out of turn number 2. You can see Lavelle holds that high side, that momentum. Through turns number 3 and 4, Doss on the line, Lavelle sideways.
Lavelle looks like he's getting a little bit of an advantage using that outside line so far. But Huddleston really working the back bumper of Bowman right now. In fact, he's really working the back bumper of Bowman.
Trying to get into third spot.
Now we talk about the battle out of turn number 2, the 43 machine fighting with the 92 into turn number 3.
Oh, a couple of young guns all in this mix.
Trevor has finally made his way to the inside of Bowman and taken the spot. If we take a look at the battle now coming out of turn 4, both of the 92 machines, look how hard these two are driving. Tommy, are they family on the racetrack or not?
When the green flag drops, the family stops.
They're going to go door to door into door to door as Huddleston kind of trading some paint with Doss through turns 1 and 2. Is Huddleston able to get the advantage? He is going to take over the lead into turn number 1. Okay, and now he's going to get the bumper from Doss. Hard racing up front. Jeremy all over that rear bumper. Maybe didn't like how that door slammed. He's like, don't knock on my door if I can't ring the doorbell.
And Wise is going to get the spot. So the 87 moves up past the 43. This battle ain't done yet. Now he's got to deal with Dylan Zamp on the inside of the 92Z.
Both Zampas have not been able to get away from each other.
Big slide for the 43.
Oh, and a big wreck over in turn number 3. Luckily, it doesn't look like it was a hard hit per se, but two cars getting collected. The 18 machine of Naveau and the 8 of Romero. We got a replay that we're going to take a look here. The tail end of that. Now, as you saw there, first there's the damage on where the 18. Tommy, looking at this one in slow motion, you can see right there. See, it already passed you.
Well,
I was Wild West, man. You got to be ready to crank out them guns.
You can see just
looked like an argument over real estate.
The 75 of Jeremy Doss. Who's got what on these restarts? We go back to green.
So Jeremy Doss looks like he's going to take the advantage on the restart. I want to remind us the last time we were racing Pro Late Models, on the restart, Jeremy Doss went and took advantage of his situation. So now my question to you, Tommy, is can Huddleston get him back? Huddleston starting to remount a challenge on Jeremy Doss.
You can see that 50 machine closing in. Right there. It was about a car length gap before.
Oh, he's here.
And he's on the bumper out of turn number 4.
Hey, remember that doorbell ring earlier? Well, ding dong. Oh, Doss gets turned off the nose of Huddleston. Caution flag's going to fly. And this is going to change everything.
Look at the window net of the 75. Take a look at this window net right about there.
Sign language.
Sign language. Trevor Huddleston getting the number 1 sign from Jeremy Doss. But Huddleston goes to the inside, peeks his nose there, was not at the, quote, gentleman's position.
But like you said, did it look like Doss opened up enough of a lane that Huddleston's like, my nose is here?
Yeah,
When you have less than 20 laps to go, now's not the time where you're going to play nice and be like, I'll give you back your lane.
Exactly. So that's the thing is Doss gave him the lane. Maybe it started closing up. Huddleston might have driven it a little bit too much in.
Bowman on the top spot. Lavelle inherits second. Seth Wise in third. The Zampas fill out the top 5. What happens now? 19 laps to go in this one. Green flag is back in the air. There's contact amongst your leaders.
Teammates getting into each other as they have inherited the lead.
Oh, boy. Up front, this is going to get crazy. Doss works his way to the inside of Gilbert. The 2 machine almost gets turned. Oh, and Seth Wise gets the bumper from Zampa in the battle for third. And this is going to stack up the field as Lavelle leads.
Here comes Doss. Look at him coming through the field to the inside.
Yeah, but don't look now. There's a big old blue machine right behind him. Oh, boy. Gilbert's going to get turned out of turn number 2. Caution flag will fly. And this is going to restack the field with 13 laps to go. The question remains, can Doss or Huddleston make their way to the front? Can Bowman take advantage of this restart? Can Lavelle hold them off? 13 laps to go to finish the Pro Late Models at All American Speedway. Advantage gonna go to Lavelle. Weiss gets loose, and Huddleston's gonna move into fourth, 3 wide down the back straightaway. We're gonna run out of room.
Oh yeah, we are. There was a slight battle for the lead, but Lavelle holds on in that 15 machine. Oh, trouble down into front straightaway. Buehler around in the 2 machine.
And the caution flies again. Lavelle mashes the gas. Huddleston gets his nose to the outside of Bowman. The 50 machine is coming. But he's going to slip wide out of turn number 4. Bowman back to the inside of Lavelle. Zampa trying to hold these drivers up, but Lavelle clears for the lead.
Zampa and Huddleston still battling it out. Jeremy Doss right there behind on the inside. The 75. Does he send a message to Trevor?
Like that.
Oh.
Like that.
Here we go.
Oh, they're into each other out of turn number 4. Here we go again. And a bummer for Seth Wise in the 87, was having a great run, and he's going to be the one that ended up getting the worst end of that one, spinning it out. A lot of these drivers have worn out their cars, but your top 2 still look pretty clean. Bowman going to have the lead into turn number 1. Again, the 43 machine of Reif, now he's suddenly looking, oh, Bowman off the pace, and they're going to stack up out of turn number 4.
Huge wreck into turn 4 in front of the field.
I literally don't know who's leading.
Wow. Huddleston walking away in that 50 machine, definitely dejected after having a fast race car. Got into some incidents here.
My question is he walking to the pits or is he walking to the 75 right now?
Well, the officials are going to let these 2 talk it out.
You think they're going to maybe meet up for like dinner tonight or something?
No, probably not.
Well, certainly Christmas cards are going to be exchanged, right?
Probably not. Well, I've got a replay if you're ready, Jeffrey.
I'm ready for it. We're going to take a look here and see what exactly happened. Watching the 71 machine. Oh, and I don't know. It's hard to tell.
I was not surprised when you mentioned how it looked like the 71 lost power. But it also looks like he was flipping up the track and tried to regain it. And that's when Lavelle got into his teammate, the 71 machine. And that's when all the cars started scattering and crashing in turn number 4.
As we get ready for the restart, Jeremy Doss is going to lead us back to the line with Cole Brown on the outside. Green flag.
Doss gets a good restart. Brown going to hold on to the outside. This could be huge into 3.
The 04 machine, you're right. He was able to hold it there. A great restart for Brown. He's going to be able to get right to the rear bumper of Doss into 1.
Oh, contact.
And we're going to have more issues out of turn 4. A hard hit for the 18 machine. This is a hard hit on exit of the corner here. You know, you talk about short tracks, but by all
still
means,
hit hard on these small tracks.
Yes, you do. Here we go. We got 8 cars left to duke it out for 4 laps. Green flag is back in the air.
Wise still holding on to that outside.
Oh,
Buehler going to slip back to 4th. Lavelle now making a challenge in the 15 to the outside of Buehler, but Buehler shuts the door.
White flag is in the air for Jeremy Doss.
The 75 from the front to the back and back to the front again.
Out of turn number 4, Doss is going to do it again and take the checkered flag. How'd he do it? What a race. The 75 machine, Jeremy Doss, climbs out of his car, and he can hear you now. I'm looking at this car, Jeremy, and there are a lot of stories that could be told. First off, how did you pull this one off?
Honestly, I was just lucky tonight. I kind of drove like an idiot, to be honest. Thankful to be here in Victory Lane. I'm happy we were to get the win, but not super happy about it. You know, in the end of the day, I feel like I could do better as a driver, and I kind of let my guys down. So, sorry to anyone. I drove rough. I'm sure a couple guys owe me one after tonight. So, just got to thank Dwayne Sharp, the JD Motorsports crew, Ernest Performance, Seneca Performance, PSD Brakes, Quickie Driver Development Program, Pit Stop USA. just everyone who's on board with this program. I'm happy to get the win. But at the end of the day, I would like to see my teammates win as well.
Well, Jeremy, I got to ask, there was a lot of rough racing out there amongst most of the field. You and Trevor Huddleston got into it quite a bit. What was going on behind the driver wheel there?
We just had some past history, and I felt like he had the fast car tonight, and he could have been a little bit more patient there instead of dive bombing me. But I returned the favor, and I feel like we're even now. Just like I said, I'm glad to be here in victory lane and hopefully to get the modified win.
Hey, you got the win, man. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Jeremy Doss going to take home the win on this one.
We go racing with the modifieds at All American Speedway. We have a cone that just got picked up, it looks like, by McCullough out of turn 4, but a tight battle for the second spot continues. McCullough able to get that spot back despite the cone incident. The 34 holding strong. That's Bailey on the outside.
Oh, Bailey sideways in front of Price in the 57.
Oh, boy.
And does a great job to hold on.
The 34, Bailey's very busy right now. He's going to go 3 wide, is he? Not quite.
Oh, contact. Price up the track into McCullough.
Oh, boy. We've seen this before.
And now
oh, my gosh, they're getting tight.
the other Price, 57X machine, trying to squeeze his nose. We got a Price top 2.
These modifieds do not like orange cones. They just sent another one into turn number 4. That one might be out of the groove enough. Keeping an eye on one car. Oh, trouble into turn number 1. The 41 machine has contact off of the 8 of Coffee. And Jax is going to spin it, and the caution will fly again. Oh, more trouble over in turn number 4. And luckily, that did not result in any more contact as the 34 machine got spun. That's Ralph Bailey.
Taking a look at the replay for the initial reason for the caution. If you look at right there, it looks like Anderson and Jax getting together. Or no, is that Coffee?
That was Coffee.
I lied, see?
Yeah. So you said if I just look at right there?
Coming into frame now.
Ah, precision.
The 8 and the 41 making contact. That's Jax on the inside on the 41. While the caution was out, and it looks like the 84 of Secord might have had a flat tire as he gets into the 34 machine of Bailey.
Yeah, it looked odd as that car just kind of drifted up the track. So an issue there. Now, Secord is back on the track. And it looks like maybe with a new right front. Oh, and we're going to send one around. It's Bailey in the 34. Getting spun and putting it in the infield. And Carpenter gets sent and spun out in turn number 4. Carpenter trying to get it refired, trying to get it going, and will. So we will not have a caution, but a tight race up front. Chris Price going to make clearance for the lead, but then it is a battle for the second spot. McCullough dives to the inside of Eric Price. And Jeremy Doss just trying to find a way to go. The 11A gets turned out of turn number 4.
Taking a look at the Spears Racing TV replay. Third Kettle and the 11 machine making the slightest contact. Looked like wheel-to-wheel contact. See if the 11 came down, if the 5T came up. On the yellow stripe is Third Kettle. Not really sure if Third Kettle came up, maybe just a touch, but what about the 11? Did he come down? Running the high side into 3, maybe turned down to try to get a good exit, but Third Kettle's there. Who knows?
I don't know.
We're over here and they're over there.
We go green. Still waiting to see. Oh, look at this advantage to the 57 machine on this restart. So Eric Price going to take it away from Chris Price.
You see the 84 of Secord now to the inside of Kyle Jackson, the 29.
And a reminder for everybody, Jeremy Doss never returned to the track. The 75 machine is off the track. So that's going to be a big development when we're talking the points.
Absolutely. Battle through turns number 3 and 4. Carpenter in the 3 machine on the outside. Oh, the airborne is Carpenter.
3 hard in the wall. And Carpenter's going to bring out the yellow.
What happened? Airborne goes to 3. Now let's see. They just get together, left front to right front. Jax and Carpenter, and into the wall goes Carpenter into turn number 1.
That was a big hit. It wasn't like it almost looked like he wasn't able to get the brakes down
Now we've got a speed shot here as they come down the front straightaway, and it just looks like a bit of a squeeze.
Ooh.
And you see the beginning of the 3 starting to go airborne here. Looks like the 3 might have come off the wall a little bit, and right there, Jax was there.
McCullough looked like he got on the gas and had a great restart there. We've seen that come into play already today with those restart zones, and McCullough trying to clear the 57, hasn't been able to do it yet. Side by side for the lead.
Battle for the lead in Price. Oh, not done yet.
McCullough going to settle for second for the time being. The 57 machine, Eric Price, he's going to take over that top spot.
And into 1. It's getting tight in contact. Jax in the 41 into the rear of the 32. Here comes McCullough to the inside. Makes the pass around Eric Price. New leader, 30 laps to go.
McCullough's driven away. In the few laps that he's had the lead, he has pulled away. We're talking 10 car lengths lead.
Difference of 2.5 seconds.
Around goes the 57 machine in turn number 2. And that was off the nose of the 55 of Chris Price.
Let's see here, I'm going to slow it down into 1. 55 looks like he just got it on the back of the 57. Front nose to rear bumper.
What happens now in the final 22 laps of this event? Green flag, and third kettle sideways on the get-go. Battle for the second spot and a couple other cars. The 8 is going to get sent. McCullough going to clear. It's tight for the battle for third between third kettle and Jax. Anderson going to get his nose into that battle. And the driver's trying. Oh, Anderson and the 34 of Bailey are going to have some contact. Oh, a lot of smoke coming off of the 9 machine here into turn number 1. Well, the 9's been able to keep going, being coffee, as we keep an eye on all these battles going around on this track. It's been the 41's going to get sent. Oh, boy. Oh, it's getting tight down the back straightaway. Anderson was clipped by Bailey, and they got stuck, and that car was facing the wall almost. Oh, for now. 3 wide, back straightaway. Hold on. Bailey, Guevara, and Price.
Oh.
The other Price just got the bumper from the 41 of Jax. I wonder why. Oh, man, good job getting through turn number 1. Bailey's just holding on to his 34 machine in what is a battle for 7th. Price is trying to get the nose to the inside, and these two are duking it out hard. I think that 36 is really starting to show some muscle here.
I think so.
Uh-oh, we got one around.
Bailey around in turn number 2 in the 34 machine.
With a handful of laps to go.
Taking a look at the replay, and the 55 gets into the back bumper of the 34 machine.
Bingo.
Ooh, right there. And around goes the 34, doing a great job of keeping it from the path of the vehicles behind.
And McCullough right now driving with confidence with 5 laps to go.
Oh, contact.
Uh-oh.
Up in the front, we go green. Looks like we're getting a single file restart here.
For the first half of the field.
Yeah.
Oh, Secord's going to get hit by third kettle. And we got a couple cars running over each other.
Stay green. Travis McCullough is doing everything he can. Nope, we're yellow.
4 laps to go. Saturday night shootout. Can McCullough close this one up? Double file restart for this one. Green flag. McCullough fights hard on the inside line. They're going to be door to door at the line. How about Secord? Are we going to go 3 wide? He's going to settle in behind McCullough. It'll be 2 laps to go at the line for the modifieds. McCullough saying, no way are you taking this away from me. They're still door to door. Third kettle into the wall, and third kettle going around in front of the field.
And somehow nobody else collecting into that one. Coming to the checkered flag, Travis McCullough goes back to back.
The fans are making the noise. Travis out of his car. What a finish. Travis McCullough, it's like the floodgates have opened. You got your win, and now you're like, hey, we're not stopping. How did you do it here today?
Good crew, good team, good support. These guys had no idea what we were walking into, and they put a setup under this thing today. That was amazing. I mean, this thing's been turning all day. We weren't the fastest on times, but I knew this thing would come in at the end like it always does.
Tell us about that battle there with Travis Circuttle in the closing laps.
That was not how I wanted to end it, but at the same point, it was fun. It kept me on nerves and kept me rolling this car really hard the whole time.
You did it again, Travis. Are they eventually going to take Tubby Tuna off of that?
Actually, if you notice, the A is completely cut, so it's Tabby Tuna. I upgraded.
Oh, you upgraded to Tabby Tuna. Congratulations, Travis.
Thank you very much.
Travis McCullough, your winner.
What will we see over the next 147 laps? We are going racing. Derek Thorne to the early lead. Buddy Shepard chasing him. These cars bottoming out into turn number 1. Shepard applying some pressure here to the 43 machine. So side by side for the lead, side by side for third, side by side for fifth. You get the gist. There's a lot of side by side right now, and Shepard trying to clear and is going to take the lead. It looks like there's like a black smoke that's coming from that car. I thought earlier it was maybe just exhaust, but I'm seeing it more here, and I'm trying to figure out what this is. A battle for fifth. Gomes throws it in, has to lock up the left front, almost gets into Raz.
Battling.
Oh, Bolin and more.
So you see Gomes closing in. He's right there trying, but no can do.
Oh, man, he is working that inside. Still trying to find his way kind of into the bumper of Vieira. Vieira trying to play that defense right now.
Yeah, you can see Gomes to the inside, waited for the opportunity. And Jacob Gomes around the 51 and moves ahead.
No brakes in this race. And Thorne's going to drift up.
Up front, here comes Derek Thorne to the inside, a little contact.
Oh, contact for the lead. I'm seeing more of that smoke coming from the 90 machine. Caution flag is out. Is it a cone?
It might be. Raz on the 21 on the outside of the 51.
Oh, trouble further back. It's Bolin and Kanky. And slipping through it was the 20 machine of Cole Moore.
That was
and a huge wreck over in turn number 1. I do not know what happened here, but we have a massive incident where Raz and Vieira, and it looks like Vieira went head on into the wall. A major hit for Carlos Vieira in turn number 1. So a massive incident here on lap number 38. Taking a look at some replays, it looks like there was contact between Raz and Vieira crossing the start-finish line. And when the two came together, as Vieira's climbing out, he can hear you now. Waves to the fans. Good to see Carlos climbing out of that car, Tommy. That looked like a big hit. A little bit of contact into turn number 1 between Moore and Sanchez. That's going to create a 3-wide situation down the back straightaway. And they're going to have some more contact, and we're sending cones all over the track again.
Yeah, we are.
And now Bolin's going to have his try at the 24th Sanchez. And I think the caution's for the cones. These drivers have no remorse for those poor traffic cones. Derek Thorne has the lead for now. And for how long they're going to get into each other.
And they save it. They hold on to it. Still battling for the lead here. 103 laps to go.
Door slamming action in the Southwest Tour Series. That's what you get when you get the Spears Southwest Tour at your track. Great side-by-side, door-to-door racing between Farrington and Rocha.
Cole Moore closing in on that 20 machine.
Ooh, there's contact. Rocha holding on. He's going to drift the whole corner.
Wow.
Thorne has not left the rear bumper of Shepard once. In fact, he's into the rear bumper of Shepard. Down the back straightaway they go. And Shepard and Thorne are going to have a little bit of contact in the red number 33 machine. And he's giving some shoving and loving to the 11 of Bolin. He's bump draft. Thorne's going to go wide right now. Is he going to try and set up a pass? Thorne to the inside into turn number 3. We're running out of room, and they're door slamming for the lead. Buddy Shepard is going to have his fender ripped off by the 43 machine. 81 laps into this race.
Gomes trying to use that outside moment.
Trouble. Bolin gets turned. Dean Thompson involved. It looks like it's Scott Sanchez. Oh, are we going to try to go 3 wide for the lead? How about Gomes on the outside in the 16 machine? Bacon Boy coming to cook it up here, and he's going to take the lead from Derek Thorne.
Jacob Gomes driving away a little bit, picking up some time over the 43 of Thorne.
Oh, trouble in turn number 2. It's Bolin going for a spin. That car's been super sideways. And here's a replay. You see the 11 machine already kind of spun out, it seems like, when most of the field got there. Happening in front of your leader, by the way, Jacob Gomes. Gomes going to try and protect the lead from Derek Thorne, who has an opportunity here. How about Rocha putting his nose just to the outside? He gets into Derek Thorne for second.
Here comes Derek Thorne looking to the outside of Gomes.
What a move. Derek keeps losing the lead. Oh, trouble for Kel Kanke into turn number 2. He gets into the wall. Looked like a tire went down for the 33. It's been a good race between these two drivers. They might be getting sick of each other, but don't look now. Moving into the battle is the 20 of Moore and the 22S of Buddy Shepard. And when you know it, Derek Thorne's starting to close back in on your leader.
Here he comes right on the rear bumper.
And now we focus on 20 laps to go. Who's going to win this race?
Oh, you can see Thorne starting to apply the pressure. Gomes wants a win here.
Well, what I'm going to pay close attention to is who's the fastest among your top 3. Last time by, and this time by, the 22 machine of Buddy Shepard is closing in on your leaders. The problem? He's only got 12 laps. Oh, trouble. Cole Moore with the tire down out of turn number 4. He's going to be able to nurse it off of the track. That could have been a caution, but it was not. And Buddy Shepard's like, dang it. And Derek Thorne's trying to make it a side-by-side battle for the lead.
Here they come out of turn number 4.
Oh, my goodness. Sorry. This battle right here, the 71 machine almost got into Thompson, and that is, again, right in front of your leaders. There's a lot going on.
Oh, making it 6 to go at the line, and here comes Thorne.
All right, lap traffic could come into play here. Gomes has been running that outside line. You see the momentum he's able to get to prevent Thorne from having an advantage into turn number 3, but Thorne's car so good on exit of 4, he's going to get to the inside. There's going to be lap traffic just ahead of them. It's the 51 of Dean Thompson, and Thorne trying to take away the top spot.
Gomes, that car's dragging. Does he have a tire going down?
I see what you're seeing. It looks like a lot of sparks coming out of the 16 machine.
Unbelievable.
Jacob Gomes with a problem. With 4 laps to go, that car is having a tire going down, it looks like.
And this is going to flip around your points with Shepard in second, Thorne in third. That's third and second coming into this race in points.
White flag.
Derek Thorne down the back straightaway. Has just come to find a liking here at All American Speedway. Picks up another victory at All American Speedway.
And we got an issue over in turn number 3 between John Moore and Stramiska. So there's a lot of problems going on. That's all I'm trying to say.
He can hear you now. Derek Thorne, your winner.
Gentlemen, Derek Thorne brings home the victory. A hard-fought battle, Derek. It seemed like at no point in this race was there a favorite, but it seemed like you kept finding yourself at the right place.
That's kind of what short track racing is, I think. It was a little more bump and bang than I'd like to see, but at the end of the day, we come here with our friends intact, and a lot of times feathers get ruffled. But, man, I feel bad for Gomes. Then he had a really good car there at the end. Looks like he got a flat tire or something, but hats off to Byron Campbell and Carroll and all these people that put this team together. Mike Keane gave us a great car. Didn't find us in the right place at the right time tonight, I don't think, but as far as coming in at the W when it counted, it's sweet to be here in victory lane.
Now, I got to ask, it looked like throughout those final laps as Gomes was holding you off, it looked like you were trying to change the line maybe to set him up for a pass there. Was anything working for you?
No, it was I was gaining some speed, but once you get close enough, even just a little bit of dirty air takes a little bit of bite away from the car, and it's one of those things we were trying all we could. I'm not sure if we would have got him or not had he not got the flat tire, but at the end of the day, hats off to everybody on this team that's worked so hard to get us here.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Derek Thorne, your winner in the number 43.